Another Cappy original. Guy paid for 2 originals. This is the second one. You Cappy, where's the intro? We hate Boomer intro, Boomer Great One intro. It's too long. Well, here's the 3-minute one. Everyone sit down and enjoy. Here you go. I know how to use a mic. Where's the microphone?
Where's your microphone? When I was the age of these little youngins, we didn't have these newfangled microphones.
I don't like young people. They make me fart.
Young people, they're always on my lawn. That's what I don't like. And they get on the road and they drive really fast. I'm like, damn it. Don't you understand? The speed limit says 35. That means you should drive 25 to make sure there's an extra 10 for buffer zone.
We didn't have speed limits. We had just limits. It limited us on everything. We couldn't do nothing. We just sat. That's all we did for fun. We liked it.
Well, now you must be younger than me, Sonny, because when I was your age, I couldn't just sit. I had to walk uphill in order to sit. And then when I was sitting uphill, and I had to pull myself up the hill by my bootstraps.
I don't want to hear your cry. You had uphill. You lied. You lied. I'm not younger than you. You're older. I'm old. I'm something but older than you.
No. I'm Boomer Great One. I'm older
but
than
you said uphill. You're a traitor. You had it easy.
Uphill.
We didn't even have uphill. It was just hill, damn you. What generation of whippersnappers are you from?
Hey, listen to me, you little whippersnapper. Both of my knees hurt. And my back hurts.
We didn't have knees in my day.
You're
a millennial hippie.
You
don't even have your driver's license.
You dope, so I can drive. I've been driving since 1837.
Your penis cut off surgery, all popular with the kids.
The first Henry Ford automobile ever.
My butt hurts with this chair. I want a new chair. The young kids, they should pay for it now, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, if they'd stop buying avocado toast and Starbucks coffee, they could afford. Why do they buy all that stuff for?
We just had bread. We didn't have no toast. These weakling kids get their fire applicator to the toaster. Who had toast?
Right.
Who didn't have time for it? We're walking uphill all the time.
And Starbucks, we didn't even have water. All we had was the coffee beans. We had to put the beans in
We just had bucks. There's no star. Who did this buck? This creepy old man grabbed us where we shouldn't have been grabbed, but we liked it, damn it.
That's right.
We liked it.
And I just imagined he was pulling me up by my bootstraps. I enjoyed every moment of it.
Dang whippersnappers.
Now these whippersnappers.
Don't get me started about them. Okay, there we go. There's a piece of me that would... There's Operation Evil, where you just tell women what they want to hear and charge them a shit ton of money, and it ruins their life, like Oprah and Democrats and professors. But then there's... You girls get the worst advice. I'll tell you right now, kind of per the vein of the previous video, you girls are probably the most lied to group on the planet. American women. You are the most lied to. And then I look, I say, they can't, no. I see it on the internet. I see it in action. I'm like, no, they don't actually believe in that. They can't be that dumb. No, come on. That's clickbait. And then I look at what your diet is, what you girls consume. All right, let me read this. This has more pop-ups than a kid's got zits at 13. This is dating advice. And I wish I was making this up. This is kind of on par for what they're telling young gals. And this is recent, September 4th, from Alex Brown. Alex, who the fuck? I can't even link. Who's Alex Brown? Self-improvement freelancer. Fuck. If we had a pie chart of the zillennial GDP, it would just be life improvement coaches, 75%, and OnlyFans girls. He writes blog posts and articles for various companies geared towards personal growth and self-development. Yeah, Alex, your advice is Horrible. He doesn't even link to a profile or anything with social media. If a guy is sending you mixed signals, adjust the dial. This is what we're telling. This is a guy. Like when a guy gives the girls advice, he should say, "Big tits, long hair, shut up." I mean, really. This is the advice they're giving. I'm feeling a little sorry for girls because they were given the wrong. This is the equivalent to when we were told by the women in our lives, what do women want? And the women would say, just be yourself. Hey, be yourself. Be yourself. I shouldn't like hit the gym or become like, no. Girls like it when you pay attention. They like a sensitive man. Okay. This is the equivalent on the female side. A few carefully crafted tricks, carefully crafted, can put a stop to all that static. If you're wondering how to make a guy want you, here are 7 easy ways to get and keep his interest. If you want a guy to want you, there's 7. I don't know. There's like 2. Be hot and willing to have sex. Keep him. Be quiet and don't bother him. Don't have other men's kids. I got it down to 4. Only 2 of which are really required. 8 scientifically proven ways to make a man want you. 1, make him the hero. If you want to get a guy to like you, you need to trigger something deep inside him, something he desperately needs. What is it? For a guy to really like you, he has to feel like you're a provider and protector. No, he has to feel like your provider and protector, someone that you genuinely admire. He's not necessarily wrong here. In other words, he needs to feel like you're a hero. I know it sounds kind of silly in this day and age. Women don't need someone to rescue them. Bullshit. Yeah, so tell me you've never dated anyone, Owen, right? You never dated a girl. And they don't need a hero in their lives. And I couldn't agree more. God, I think I have a market for just doing a blunt force trauma, how to get a man course. I have an idea. I've been kicking and mulling it over. And that's how I ended up on this. There's no competition. There's you girl. Oh my God. Here's the ironic truth. Men do still need to be a hero because it's built in their DNA to seek out relationships that allow them to feel like a protector. Men have a thirst for your admiration. They want to step up to the plate for the woman in their lives to provide for and protect her. This is deep-rooted in male biology. When it comes to relationship, he needs to see himself as someone you genuinely want and need to have around, not as a mere accessory, best friend, or partner in crime. But how else will she be fluent in sarcasm? There's actually a psychological term for what I'm talking about here. It's called the hero instinct. Oh, did they make that up last week? This term was coined by relationship psychologist James Bauer. Now, you can't trigger his hero instinct just giving him admiration next time you see him. Men don't like receiving participation awards for showing up. Trust me. Really? I don't know. The 2 younger generations of men seem to like those participation rewards. The man wants to feel like he has earned your admiration and respect. How? There are phrases, magical phrases. Forget the big tits and the tight ass. Phrases. You could say, text, you could send, and little requests you can use to trigger this hero instinct. And because no man can resist a woman who makes him feel like a hero, no man. Just make him feel like a hero, ladies. That's it. That's it. Don't be thin or hot. And by the way, I bet you're going to guess out of the 8 things, not a single one is be hot. It's worth learning a few of these things. If you want to learn more about this powerful technique from the man who invented it, check out a short video here. Top tip. If you could trigger this instinct successfully, you will see the results immediately. God, is this Operation Evil? Owen, do you know? Yeah, you got to know, man. You're doing Operation Evil here, aren't you? Tell girls something really easy that doesn't require the gym or dieting, and they'll do it. If you can trigger this instinct successfully, you'll see the results immediately. Immediately. When a man generally feels like your hero, he'll become more loving, attentive, and interested in being in a committed relationship with you. The hero instinct is a subconscious drive men have to gravitate towards people to make him feel like a hero, but it's amplified in his romantic relationships. Okay, so then he just links to the video. What are they? What are these magic words, Owen? What's his name? I should really get his name right. Alex Brown. Sorry, Alex. 2, be available. Make him text you 3 or 4 times before texting back will only drive him away. Don't leave the poor guy hanging when he contacts you. Be responsive. I'm not saying you should be at his beck and call. Being too available is no winning strategy either, but responding to texts in a timely manner and showing enthusiasm when he reaches out are basic rules in the dating 101 playbook. I didn't know there's a playbook. A 2010 study published in the Journal of Personal and Social Psychology. Oh, yes, psychology, the field that has problems with repeating its studies for veracity's sake, concludes that a partner's perceived responsiveness is a defining feature of a satisfying intimate relationship. Authors Ken Avello and Crocker explain people who perceive others as responsive become responsive themselves and perceive their oh my God. This is a guy making it way more complicated than he has. Is it? You just got to make content, right, buddy? There was a deadline. Is that it? So the next time he reaches out, be responsive to his advances, help the guy. These aren't wrong. They're not wrong. I don't know if we need an 8-page detail about why, but they're not wrong. Give them multiple dates you're available and let them know you're looking forward to it. You don't need to gush like a simpering school girl, but don't be aloof either. If his response isn't what you're looking for, pull back until he adjusts his behavior. This is not manipulative or playing games. This is just being sure he's putting in an effort too. 3, smile and make eye contact. These 8 things, you will not only get the guy to approach you, but secure him as well. Smiling, eye contact, and other types of compelling body language are surefire ways to help a man fall in love with you. Eye contact and smiling. I'm in love. Or at least like you enough to get to know you better, which after he will, of course, fall madly in love with you because you're awesome. All right. Okay, hat tip there, sir. Doing pretty good, Alex. According to a study published in the American Communication Journal, these aren't real journals. These aren't real things. They're common sense. These are just makeshift journals so that academic PhD hacks can go get, quote, published and get their PhD and not solve a fucking problem in the world. Nonverbal behavior such as touching, smiling, and making eye contact implies psychological closeness and are associated with liking. What will we do without? He's got the secret right here. Why isn't this on front page news? He unlocked the secret to guys, gals. Here he is. And the study on the topic of flirting, the study's authors, Tisdale and Sheldon, reported that men respond the most favorably to women who use smiling as a flirting cue, followed by a close second with eye contact. No kidding, as opposed to permanent resting bitch face. You don't say. Here are the top 7 female flirting, top 7. Reported by Tisdale and Sheldon: smiling, making eye contact, laughing, batting eyelashes, dancing, initiating a kiss. Do you know if a girl is trying to kiss you, she likes you? Did you know that? Touching. Why I got a question. What if men tried to do that? Smiling, making on eye contact, batting eyelashes, creepy, initiating a kiss, holy shit, jail time, and touching. Start practicing your flirting techniques now, ladies, and you'll get a guy to like you in no time. Still, you're talking about comfy seats and the steering wheel cover. I don't see no engine. I don't see no wheels. I don't see transmission on this car. You're missing the main things. 5 more to go. Number 4, ask follow-up questions. When you ask your guy questions about himself, it shows interest, curiosity, and that you're not a conversation hog. I prefer a girl just talk a lot than not talk at all. How many you guys been on those dates where the girl just sits there pulling teeth? It's Sterling Cooper had a great, he's like, yeah, one time I just left and the girl was shocked. She's like, why? He says, well, you're bored and not having fun. Well, I'm just really nervous. Too fucking bad. So am I. But here I am talking. He was nicer than that. However, the real way, because all of them were fake ways before, the real way to get a man's attention is through your follow-up questions. Additional inquisitiveness shows that you genuinely want to learn more about him and aren't just trying to be polite. This sounds like an AI article. A 2019 study, also published by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, revealed that people who ask follow-up questions come off as more likable and engaging from the other person's point of view. Really? I'm glad we have therapists and PhDs doing studies to confirm this. So if your goal is to be his next girlfriend, you better ask him what eventually came of that pet tortoise he had as a child. Those things live decades. Give him a pet name. Still waiting for the engine and transmission. The names we assign to things that are important to us, including our special someone, play a massive role in how we perceive them. I never quite understood why Almanzo called Laura Ingalls Beth when that wasn't her name. Turns out he knew what he was doing. A study, here we go. Is this a study by stupid academic hacks? Says common sense thing proven to be common sense thing. Study published in Human Communication Research proved how potent pet names in terms of endearment can be in a relationship, especially when connected to an inside joke or idiom specific to the couple. Study revealed that relationship quality was strongly connected to idioms couples use to express love and affection. For both sexes, loving commitment and closeness were correlated with the number of reported idioms that expressed affection, initiated sexual encounters, or referred to sexual matters. Oh, I'm going to skip. 6, touch him. See the guy on that street? Go touch him. Just put your hands on him. Now I'll marry you. I'm not saying that has to be done for every article, but I think you should put it through the, what if it was a guy doing the same thing? Touch her. Sure. There you go. You see that cute girl down the street? Yeah, just go touch her. She'll be yours forever. Take every opportunity you can to close the distance between you and him. A brush of the shoulder, a touch of the thigh. A touch of the thigh! You would immediately go to jail. If this was... Oh, a caress of the forearm. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. These simple gestures will send you right to jail. No, I'm sorry. Will make him feel wanted and desired. As a result, he'll chase after you to get more of your affection. A study in the Netherlands Institute revealed European Journal of School Vitality, Oxycontin contributes to sexual desire, expectancy, a reward. So if you really want to improve your love life, try closing the distance through physical contact. Brush your fingers against his when he hands you something. Sit too closely at the restaurant. Pull an imaginary fuzzy out of his hair or accidentally fall into his lap. All textbook plays. What? What? 7, wear perfume. That was it. You notice how none of these take any effort? Perfumes and fragrances are your BFFs when it comes to... I can't believe a guy wrote this. Sounds like it came out of a Teen Beat magazine. When it comes to getting him to want you more. And science agrees. Science! You don't have to hit a gym or get fake titties. Science! A study published in PLOS One explored body perfume treatment and found that women who applied fragrances were rated more attractive, pleasant, and intense compared to those who didn't. The seductive aroma of a good perfume is intoxicating to men. So it's just, see, it's a magic, it's a love potion, ladies. You don't have to hit the gym. So if you want to know how to make him desire you, put on some of your best fragrances to capture his attention. Touch the inside of his thigh, trip onto his lap, douse yourself with perfume, and ask him about himself, and let him be your hero. And 8, here you go. This is the clincher. Speak in a higher pitch. Honest to God. Your vocal tone and pitch are massive assets. Sir, you did go to the school of Operation Evil, didn't you? Anything to avoid real work. No, I just have to talk like this. Tee-hee. Guys love hearing a soft, sensual, and high-pitched voice. It's soothing and relaxing to them and communicates a sense of safety. It's figurative music to the ears. I'm not kidding. Now you got to insert the research, right? Even though psychology is what? Is it 2/3 can't be repeated? Even though we've proven that psychology is all fraudulent, this is bullshit, right? Your voice can emit a nurturing quality with the right expressive tone. In fact, a study suggests, published in the Journal of Evolutionary Psychology, explains that men prefer women with high-pitched voices. Really, as opposed to a guttural fart, poop, and belch construction worker voice? Yeah. Like on Venture Brothers, where the gal has a man's voice, they got a male actor voicing the woman. It throws everyone off. The study revealed that speaking to your guy with a higher pitch could increase his attraction to you. Make him want you more. Things get more serious in a good way once you've crossed that threshold from just talking to dating in a committed relationship. Here's a few suggestions to maintain his interest once you've snagged him. Keep up the good work. Oh, honeymoon phase. So keep it good and avoid. You could do this by being the fun, feisty, spontaneous woman he fell for. Spend time apart. This is how to maintain it. Nowhere does it say maintain your shape. Just keep doing those ridiculous 8 things he mentioned before to keep them. Then there is spend time apart. I agree with that. Make him feel needed. That's also true. Compliment him. Communicate in his language. How not to make a guy want you. Try to force things. Play hard to get. Share too much information too soon. Talk about other guys. Conclusion. I'm not going to read the conclusion. Look, I just me. Okay. Have you aside from the be hot and have like that wasn't mentioned, right? It's not in there. It just isn't in there. Here's one that maybe girls want to try. And I really want to see. He knows his market. He gave all the things he listed and why I picked it is that none of them took effort. None of them. I mean, they take a microscopic amount of effort. But they're not delivering what the guy wants. And no matter what, any transaction, people want something of value. And anything of value takes work. And this is just the latest, September of this year. And a guy saying, all you got to do is put on perfume. That's it. It's the put on the weaves and the nails and the heels and your dress, but you're still a fat ass and your butt is so big it extends out like this. A helicopter could land on it. It's the same fucking shit. He's not wrong. These things aren't going to hurt. Well, okay, don't just grab some random guy by the thigh. It's going to throw him off. All of that is worthless unless you're hot and fuckable. Sorry. More wasted time on your part. Well, I followed the 8 steps. Yeah, but your car without an engine or a transmission or wheels, you don't work. And so one I always just to help out the females in my audience, I'm going to assume the females in my audience know to be physically hot. You know to be physically attractive. Here's one. Have you tried cooking? It was rare. I think there were like 2 times in my, 25 years? 18 plus 25, 340. Yeah, 25 years working security on and off. Only twice did a girl ever bring me food. One of which wasn't even my girlfriend. Not once. I think a handful. Now, my woman today cooks like a fucking tornado. I'm lucky I'm not fat. But it's a lost art, man. It's a lost art. Have you? I know the feminists have convinced you that's degrading. It's insulting. You're not that man's slave. How dare you? Let's just say that's all true. It's not. But let's just say cooking is truly degrading. Okay? And you are his slave. Let's just try an experiment. Have you tried cooking for him anyway? You don't have to tell anyone, right? You can make him the food and say, well, don't tell my friends. I don't want to know that I've been degraded. I don't want people to know that I'm your slave. Actually, don't say that. That kind of be like, I'd be like, what? But I remember it like, brought me food, like a wrapped Mediterranean thing. I was like, wow, it's great. Not one guy. I didn't say, oh, you're my slave. And oh, you filthy person, you have become degraded. It's just, it takes effort. Maybe if you just bought it. Now, if you get extra points if you make it, I get. But if you made the guy and you took the time into making a good dish and you made him food and you brought it to him, man, that you want to talk about an actual silver bullet that would let a guy know that you cared and would beat out all the other women, a very practical one. Have you tried making him some good food? Have you tried cooking for him? And then the other part of his article is how to keep him. Have you tried continuing cooking for him? This isn't the main thing, right? This isn't the guy wants to have sex with you. So you got to be physically in shape. You have to be physically beautiful. But man, you want to talk about a very clear, very not overstated, like you're not desperate, but a very clear and a very differentiating expression of interest where you are going to set yourself apart from the rest of the women, where you make them some homemade food. Holy shit. There you go. All right. Now, this is from the girls in my audience who are empirical and adult, mature women. I'm going to assume you know to work out, hit the gym, be attractive. But if you're looking for the one thing, of all the articles, all the other hog shit written, dude, just make him some tasty food. He's at work. Find out where he's working. Bring him the food. If you want added bonus points, if there happens to be guys around, dress in a cute little dress and bring him the food and walk away. Then he gets bragging points. Then, well, you fucking lucky dick. What the fuck, honey? You're too ugly to get that. That's bonus points. But of all the, that's the one that stands out most in my mind because it's so fucking rare. You understand that? Rarity, scarcity, the less of something there is, the more valuable it is. And since feminists have purged cooking food for men because it's degrading and disgusting and horrible, since so few women do it, now if you actually did it, it's like, it's a very obscure historical reference. I forget which of the Israeli wars it was. But the Egyptians had the Israelis on the ropes. I think it was Ilya Sharon. What's Sharon's first? It was Sharon. I'm pretty sure he wasn't president at the time. He was like a commander or something. And the last thing that they were expected to do, they did, and that was they started making their way towards Egypt and attacking Cairo. And all the Egyptians had to pull back and go back and defend their home state, town, city. It's a very reduced version of what I remember listening to the podcasts. But that's how they I guess stalemated or won the war or that particular battle. The thing people are least expecting you to do is the one that you should probably do. It's since feminists have beaten the shit out of essentially, I hate to say this, putting any effort into treating a man nice. That's essentially what it falls under. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Have you tried not being a bitch? Have you tried being nice? And not fake. I touched him. I looked and I batted my eyelashes. Have you made him a really good, tasty meal? Oh my God. See, if all the girls' reaction to a man cooking is, oh my God, you're doing that? Yeah, that's the thing you should be doing because none of them are doing it. And the guy ain't going to remember the girl at the nightclub who batted her eyelashes, which he probably didn't even pick up on. He is going to remember working an overnight shift, I don't know, at the bowling alley, and you came in with lasagna. That was a episode. That was Clerks. Not a lot of girls bring you lasagna, homemade lasagna when you're working. No kid. Have you tried that? But I don't know how to shut up and just figure it out. If your grandmother is still alive, have her teach you how to like cook food. Because let's admit, boomer moms don't. Gen X moms. There's YouTube videos now, right? Try that. Right. But here, I'm going to tell you right now, same thing I give advice, guys. Guys, don't bother fixing a girl's car or doing anything nice for her if you're not in shape. Rule one, be physically attractive. Okay, girls, you physically attractive. Okay, you want to beat out your competition? You want the guy to notice, say, holy shit. And you want some, like, most girls want commitment, right? You don't want any of that fun and play around. Oh, wait, you do. But inevitably, you want commitment more than men. You want to talk a clear shot across the bow, like, hey, I'm interested in commitment down the road. But here's my credentials. Bam! Bacon, pepperoni, sausage, lasagna with jalapenos. That's how the girl kind of got me. Bam! Chicken enchiladas. Incredibly unhealthy for you. Made with more butter than chicken or enchilada. But goddamn, that's going to make you want to stick around. Have you thought about that? Really? I'm not kidding. Not kidding. Yes, the gym is the most important thing to go and stay physically attractive. But girls, I wouldn't even be bothering going to the nightclub. And the time you go to the nightclub, you could go to a cooking class and learn how to make some spectacular. You don't need a lot. You need like one or two spectacular dishes, right? And maybe the guy you're interested in, like, because you don't want to spend all the time learning to make a dish that the guy end up not liking. So I don't know how you kind of figure that out from them. Maybe you got an ice cream. Oh, I love ice cream. What's your favorite food? And you kind of nonchalantly ask it out of them. Oh, I don't know. I like, what's a food? I like shrimp scampi. And then you go and you figure out how to make the best damn shrimp scampi. And you say, get your ass over here. And the guy's going to say, well, she's physically attractive and I want to bang her. So I'll go over there, but I'll be polite. I don't want to, there should be a courtship. And then you make him the shrimp scampi. When the fuck is that happening? I guarantee you right now, the vast majority of the men right now in my listening audience has never had that happen. I don't mean the shrimp scampi. I mean a girl cook for him. Right? I guarantee you the majority of men under 35 hasn't had that happen to them. All you got to do is get over the fact that the miserable, pissed off women of the world called feminists who don't have a man or success or happiness in their lives anyway. So I don't know why you're following their advice. You got to get over the fact they're trying to shame you of doing something that might lead you to happiness. And that would be cooking for a man. I'm saying don't go ape shit. Don't I'm getting fat either. But it would seem to me for what would take 5 hours, right? Which you're going to spend on social media and dating apps and online or nightclubs and all that other shit. You're going to waste that time. You could go to a cooking class. You could go online, trial and error. You could make a really good dish, whatever it might be. And that is going to do leaps and bounds more for you than any of the shit dating advice this guy gave or any of the anti-dating advice you get from I don't know, really, honestly, feminists, it's like, right, feminists? Tell me if I'm wrong, feminists, but treat men like shit and hate them, right? And that somehow a guy's going to fall in love with that. Right? Am I correct? That's your strategy? Cooking. There you go. It's the secret. It's the secret bullet. It's the silver bullet. The secret to actually get a man to like you. Cooking. Good food. And all you people who hate men, put in the comments down below how it's degrading to cook for men. I want you to verify that you hate men. You don't want to cook for a man. It's degrading. I also want you to put down in the comment section below that you don't want to raise your own children. You need to outsource them to daycare because you really don't love your children. I want you also to mention how important it is that you have the right to terminate fetuses and babies. Okay, I want you to put that in the comment section below so that I can paint a very clear picture to the women who I don't know might want to fall in love and be happy and what you people stand for. Put down below how I'm a bad person, suggesting women stay in shape, have great sex, and cook for their men. I'd like to see you miserable people mention that. For you girls who deep down inside really want a man, but you can't admit it because that'd be not admitting you're a girl boss. Cook for your man secretly. Mr. Anonymous, $5. Honestly, the extended version isn't as funny as the first Broom, a great one. Honestly, do better. No, I'm at that. The whole we put that together. It's schlock. It's horrible. It's not. It's meant to be longer to piss off everybody who complains about the original one being too long. That's the joke. I'm not going to use it regularly. Robert S., $10. My mom taught me how to cook so I wouldn't get married just so I didn't starve. You're not going to starve without knowing how to. I mean, you can make food, right? I didn't starve. Well, okay, I did starve, but that's because the budget. I didn't have the money for food, but I knew how to cook it if I had it. My dad taught me work ethic and that I could learn any trade with work. Blue collar dad and Hispanic immigrant mom, solid. Boy, that is a good pairing, isn't it? Man, a Hispanic mom. I think Italian mom, just here's some food, more food, eat your food. You're too skinny. Food. I'd imagine it was good food too, huh? And clogs $2. Cooking and smiling for a man is sexist, Cappy. Well, hey, smiling is not going to hurt. Look, a lot too much permanent resting bitch face. And I believe I think for some women it's a thing, but permanent resting bitch face is that you girls are miserable and you never smile because there's nothing good in your life. Like a man. We're so done with you, feminine. Just shut up and go away now. Yes, it is sexist. It is shameful and is an enslavement and it is a betrayal upon your fellow woman. I'm done with this whole, well, maybe feminists got a point. No, you're a group of miserable fucking spinsters who wasted your lives, and I don't know why, but apparently you hate men. I don't care how you got there. I don't care why. I'm not entertaining or indulging you anymore. Well, you see, we're actually really, I don't give a shit. Go be miserable. Hate men. See where it gets you. You're not my problem anymore. It's a you problem. You hate men. Fine, hate men. You don't want to do anything nice for men because it's helping the enemy or serving the fine. All I'm saying is for girls who maybe don't want to end up miserable 45-year-old spinster Quantaha feminists, if you maybe want a guy, try this. Because the information you're getting on the internet sure the fuck ain't going to work. You don't need you don't need perfume. You don't need batting your eyelashes. You need to be physically attractive. You need your engine and your transmission with some wheels. And then if you want the guy, say, damn, this is a good car, cook them food because no one's doing it anymore. No one's expecting the Israelis to attack Cairo. And if you're worried about the backlash from your frenemies, because oh my God, you're a pick-me. If you're worried about that, don't tell anyone. Ross the Skunk, $2. Ladies, try touching him while wearing lingerie. Well, okay. You probably need context. Okay. If you're already dating, yeah, sure, you could touch the guy, but I wouldn't, if you're getting close and yeah, okay, fine. You could touch him on his thigh. That's an indication. But this isn't like you've yet to talk to the guy. I mean, don't talk to him. I mean, you can put your arm around him. Men are a lot more secure with themselves than women because if a man puts his arm around a woman, she's like, whoa, look out. Get the cops. Oh, wait. I said all cops are bastard. Didn't need no. Yeah, and then the lingerie that presupposes that you're physically attractive enough the guy wants to have sex with you in the first place. Like, you don't just show up on, like, guy comes over here in lingerie. Yeah, wait, that's going to scare the guy off. Free Do Productions, $5. Be nice, be thin, be quiet. You're not wrong. If you're going to talk, be interesting. Be flirtatious, be fun. Be nice, be thin, be quiet. It's not, I mean, if you needed a real short yes, you're rarely going to fail there. I don't want, quiet girls are all right. I want her to talk a little bit about something. Just like, well, you're here. You got to have a personality. Flat is justice. Flat is justice. What? You lost me. Ross the Skunk, $2. Cook the food while wearing lingerie can work too. Right, but you got to, okay. I'm legit concerned. If this is the dating advice they're giving, women, and you look at women and what they actually execute in the real world, I don't want to give them wrong advice that happens to be like a sexual fantasy of men. You can't show up on the first date and the girl's wearing lingerie, right? That's going to throw the guy out. Whoa, what the fuck happened? There has to be already an established sexual connection, right? Um, that's how you keep a guy. Certainly, cooking food, wearing lingerie. Lingerie would be up there too. I'd put that up there with cooking, because lingerie is degrading, right, ladies? I'm not your plaything. Okay, they said don't attack Cairo, right? Now hear me out. What if you did attack Cairo? What if you were his plaything? What about that? Whoa! But yeah, there shouldn't be any lingerie on the first date. Just hold off on that. Let's just get to know each other first. This guy is really aggressive on like, well, you saw him at the bar. Walk over and touch his thigh. Hold on, hang on a second. Hang on. Just maybe go over and say hi. Let's start with that. Mr. Anonymous, $10. My ex tried cooking for me one time. It was mac and cheese. I thought she was trying to poison me. So did the dog. The dog literally ate his own shit daily. Look, okay, not everyone's a great cook. If she made you a meal, even if it's mac and cheese, come on. I think if they brought you food to where you work, that's huge, because then they went out of their way to bring you the food. That I think is pretty big. That's pretty impressive. Especially like you're working, you're young. You girls got a lot of opportunity. These younger guys, they're working, or maybe not. Maybe they're Democrat men. They're on Adderall, living on government aid, live with their parents. And you're like, oh, this is the guys I voted for. Here's some food. Huh? I get ABT food. Do you see the chicken tendies in my armpit? Oh, your chicken tendies don't have the smell of armpit. I don't like you anymore. And then you go running around crying. But any effort of cooking is kind and considerate. Not all, just so you know, guys, not all the girls are. Oh, here's the other thing, guys. Let's say the girl makes you the food and you don't like the food. You know what you do? You shut the fuck up and eat the food, and you act like it's not great. You don't want her making the food again. You say, thank you very much. This is good. This is really good. Thank you. I needed this. You eat it all. I don't care how bad it is. You eat it and you smile and you thank her. Then comes where you gotta like, no, you don't have to make. No, let's try something different. You don't have to make that again. John Lurkey Smith, $2. Small boobs caps. Yeah, men like big boobs. Men like big boobs. Gio Gonzalez, $2. Are homemade chicken tendies too much to ask for? They're not. No. If a girl look, in defense of these women, have their moms taught them how to cook? Their moms were burning the bras in the 1970s, divorcing the dads in the 80s, because the cool, hip boomer bitch thing to do. Yeah. Do the boomer, everyone. The female boomer. They don't have mom. No one knows how to cook no more. Got to have TV shows for it. If they make you any food, especially when you're young, be very thankful. Okay? Because they made it for you. Girl goes out of her way to learn, buy. It's like tools. Like, you guys got to fix a car. They got to get dishes. They don't just make food. You got to have like the right utensils and pans and all these other things women have, or some women used to have. So it's kind of, so if they just put some on a plane, they heat up your chicken tendies, then they bring it to you. Aces in my book. Still better than I am the table. Go away. Mr. Anonymous, $5. Italian grandmother taught me how to cook. I outcook most women nowadays. Italians feed you if you leave the house hungry. That's your fault. Man, I would never really had. Maybe on the Jewish side, you'd have like big like food and all that. But yeah, once I hit adult, there wasn't that big old family sit down, the Latin family, like the Spaniards, or I guess by extension, Latin America, the Italians or the Greek. Like, sit down. Here's a fucking table of food. All right, there you go. assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.